wanted to deeply analyze and break down some of the musical moments of the call. I've actually seen this before already, but I'm really excited to break it down for you here today. You know what I really like about this opening? There's an intimacy in humming. I think partly because it's really personal. When you're humming to yourself, you're humming while walking, you're humming while doing work in the case of Orn here. Obviously, we also know that Orn has a group of followers, so that actually could symbolize his followers following him and humming to symbolize their respect and admiration for Orn. I think in the particular case of this moment, Orn is just sitting there working, as he always does, making swords, making weapons, moving away. I also like that humming because we get the size of Orn in that humming. Yeah, I'm huge. You know what I mean? The humming is also a really good preamble for the fact that we're going to be moving into something bigger. When we're singing really loudly, we never want to just hit every note. That's kind of boring, but if I go, you hear how I swelled? Swelling is really interesting, and much in the same way that we look at pieces like this, if we just start loud, kind of boring. If we go somewhere by starting really soft, very interesting. This is another prime example of a real introspective thing. We get two different shots here. We get the shot, woman riding the boar, and then we get the shot of, I think, Talia, and I don't know the other person, but you get before I go. It's very chill. It's very introspective. This is like I'm exploring what it means to be alive in this world where I have to fight, you know? The call's lyrics are pretty interesting because hear me plead to the fallen, leave me to be with the broken one last time before I go. Let me stand over the grave of my beloveds who have passed on. Leave me to be with the injured, with the suffered one last time before I go. And where am I going to go? I'm probably going to go back to the front lines. I'm probably going to go back to my homeland. I'm probably going to go back to a space where I'm not around the people I care about. I'm alone now. I have to navigate what it means to be alone. I have to navigate what it means to be empty. I have to go to something and become a new version of myself. It's a really simple melody too. That's all within like what, 5 notes, 6 notes? There's not a great variety in terms of the notes. And also if you think about the big structure, we have the grace notes. So ba 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 ba. There's big note centers there, and then we're adding the text over top of that, and the text painting. Anyway, I'll shut up now. Then we get Pantheon. Nice big round chorus in there. Low masculine. Love that shift there. Broken. Surrender. That's so cool. I want to break this down a little bit. What an amazing little moment. So this whole time, as we have Pantheon sort of ascending to the top of this mountain, I assume to fight Aurelian's soul, what's really cool is this. More personalized determination. There's a chorus of low men doubling that upper registered tenor singing the main lyrics. And then we have this amazing chorus come in. For the beat and the broken, when they're on the surrender. And it really feels like it's a march. Obviously, we're seeing a war battle here, right? But there is something so incredibly satisfying of the beat and the broken, and we're on a surrender. Yes, we are strong. We are a team. We are united. We are a group of people here to let you know that we will not falter. And that's the cool thing about these League of Legends cinematics, is that they're big and they're here. And even though they're intimate, they're like, no, this is my purpose in this life. I will not let you beat me. I love this. And then what's really cool here is that we get this boom. We get this big swell, just 2 notes, ba-da, right? Sol, do, whatever the pitches are. And then on top of that, da-da-da, ba-da-da-da, room, room, ba-da-da-da-da-da, boom. We get this beautiful scene where Pantheon is approaching whoever these people are, and he's about to throw down, because we know that Pantheon is a god and has power and blah, blah, blah. Talia gets this big, whatever this larva thing is, the rocks. Is that Belveth? You feel that big movement there? This scene is so fucking cool with Ollie Bear. Isn't that like one of his cousins right here? Smack. Ollie Bear. Volley Bear. And then what's cool here is that we do get this first of all, Volley Bear, not Ollie Bear. I don't know who Ollie Bear is. But what's really cool in this particular moment, we don't like jump into like hardcore action the whole time. We actually still, yes, there's drums and there's percussion that I want you to pay attention to here in a second. But what's also really cool is that we still have this, we still have this kind of intensity, this momentum, but it's not so in your face. It doesn't like shift just because we're in action mode. Like drums, yes. Right? I don't know who that is. But don't you love the ba-ba? Still within the same like note structure. We haven't really deviated from like, there's not crazy range here in terms of notes. But what's really cool is that once they clash and their shields connect, take a look at this. Listen to this. They clash and they go boom. Yeah, that's so satisfying. Let's go, baby. And I think that the drum pattern, when it kicks in like this, it's really like a thing of like, let's get it started. Let's get moving. We can't turn back now, baby. We have to go through our problems. We can't avoid them. We can't turn back and go the other way. We can only go through. We go through our problems. That's the drums. We are going through our problems. We are facing our problems head on. And I think that's really apparent here with the different scenes with Talia and with Pantheon fighting this woman and so on and so forth. Like there's a real sense of like, okay, well, let's move it. Let's go through. Nice strings doubling that melody that we already heard, which motivates us. Aurelian Soul. And what's cool here is we have nothingness. Here we have a moment of loss. We get the girl that falls off the giant boar. We get Pantheon getting shot at by that thing with, I assume that that's Aurelian Soul, if I remember correctly. And then it dips back and there's all that intensity is gone. We're left with emptiness until we see Ornn here again doing this. And it resets the expectation of what's happening. We reset back to that humming. But now there's a cello reprise, and pay attention to this right here. There's a cello reprise where now we're left with all this piece really is just repeating the same notes over and over and over for effect and using different instruments to highlight those pieces so that we feel an emotional like sensation about it. And the reason why we feel that way is because we've already heard it in the voices multiple different times, but now we're thrust with it in the cello. And so we're recapping that melody. And this is why melody is such a powerful thing and why you should always be paying attention to any piece that has a strong melody line, because that's how they're going to hook, line, and sinker you. Melody makes us feel things. Rhythm Rhythm is important, obviously, and every piece has rhythm. Unless it's just going, which guaranteed you may not listen to that, although in the comments, I listen to things that drone on and on and on. Melody is everything. And so this part's really, really cool. Just the cello. It's a resetting, a reflecting on everything, the possibility, hope for the future. Our backs are up against the wall. Can we do it? Can we get up? Hold back vocals. Exchanging a look. What do we do now? It's conscientious thought. What should I do? And then this. I was talking so much during that, I apologize, but listen to this. There's a slight hesitation there. And that's really cool. Swell. Let's sacrifice ourselves for the greater cause. Big horns. Yes. Goosebumps, baby. Unstoppable force. For the glory and the fall. Goosebumps. That's amazing. It's such a beautiful intensity that comes from pushing forward and pushing through, adversity. And this whole piece, even though it's for League of Legends, has life lessons in it for us to listen to and pay attention to, that we too can transfer and traverse adversity and power through difficulty. And we can have moments of deep introspection where we whisper and then we launch into, no, I'm not giving up, baby. It's awesome. If you like this, there's a lot more League of Legends on the channel. Stay tuned for more guessing who the characters are from the music alone. And as always, thanks a ton, and I'll see you later. Bye.